Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So, as far as CSR2 goes, one of the most searched for things on YouTube seems to be how to live race your friends. And we're going to tell you how to set up your cars to find your friends in a live racing lobby. Now, CSR2 does not have anything set up to make this happen. You've got to set up your cars to make it happen yourself. And that's what today's video is all about. So the first thing is matching dyno times. The second thing is what time the car actually runs. All right. And the third thing is finding your buddy in the lobby, which can be harder said than done, even if your cars are perfectly matching and in the same lobbies, because you might have one lobby with 20 people in it, another lobby with 20 people in it, another lobby with 20 people, and another one, yet they're all running at the same time. You can't fit every player running a 12.0 in the same lobby. So sometimes you got to go in and out of lobbies to find each other once you got it set up. So the first thing we're going to talk about is setting up a car with a similar dyno time. And then we're going to talk about finding out what lobby the car is actually in. So basically, I'm going to set up this car to do around a 12.2 on the dyno. And then your buddy's going to set up a car to do 12.2 on the dyno as well. And then he might have to adjust a little bit from there. Now, this little Nissan Juke is the ideal car because it wins live races without beating dyno. And it's going to run in the same lobby as the dyno time, basically, maybe a little bit slower. For example, I've got this car set up to have a 12.2 on the dyno, but the car actually runs around to 12.3. So what that means is I've got a 12.2 dyno, but I might be in a slightly slower lobby than what my dyno time says. This car actually runs a 12.3. So what your buddy is going to need to do, well, actually what you're going to need to do is go into live racing. Okay, so at this point, you need to figure out which live racing lobby your car is actually going to be in. So we're going to go in here and we're going to do a couple races and check out what times my opponents are running. What we want to see is, are the other people in my lobby running around 12.2s, 12.3s? All right. If the answer is yes, then you know what to tell your buddy to set the car to. For some reason, this little car wins almost every live race, even though it doesn't beat the dyno time, which is unusual. That's why I love this little car. All right, so I ran a 12.4, he ran a 12.5. Let's go do a couple more. So this is very important, finding out what times your opponents are running so you can get your buddy to tune his car so he can get into the same lobby as you are. I don't know what that was. I win. All right, what time did my opponent run? 12.4. So it looks like my car is actually in the 12.4 lobbies, which means, okay, I want to tell my opponent or my friend who's trying to find me in the live racing to set up a car for around the 12.4 that actually runs a 12.4. That way he'll get into the 12.4 lobbies. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys, but you want your cars to run around the same time. Okay, so it's not just about dyno time, it's about what time your car actually runs in which live racing lobby it gets into. All right, so I'm running 12.4s. My opponents are running 12.4s and 12.5s, as you just saw. So that means I'm probably in the 12.4 lobby. So if you can tell your buddy to set up a car that runs around to 12.4, he'll probably be able to find me in the live racing lobbies. All right, so around 12.2, one lobby starts. Around 12.4, another lobby starts. And around 12.6, another lobby starts. So I'm either in the 12.2 or the 12.4 lobbies. All right, so your buddy may actually need to adjust if he's not finding you. If he adjusts to a 12.4 and he can't find you, he might actually need to go down to making the car run somewhere between a 12.2 and a 12.4 to move down one lobby. Now, if you and your buddies both have the exact same car, you can set it to like stage 4 or stage 5. That way your cars match. You can tune them exactly the same and get them running the same exact setup. Now that's always going to be the easiest, especially if the car doesn't beat dyno time, okay? If neither of your cars beat dyno time, that's the easiest way to do it, because that car is not going to get pushed into faster and faster and faster lobbies. If your car is beating dyno time, you are going to get pushed, and next thing you know, you and your buddy may be in the same lobby, and then one of you gets transferred to the next faster lobby because, well, your car is not really supposed to be in that, in that lobby, because it's way faster than the 12.3. Like, let's just say you got a 12.3 car and it's running like 11.7s. Well, the game knows, hey, we got to reset this guy to a different lobby. He's just destroying everybody. He's in the wrong lobby. We're going to move him. All right, so there we go. 13 3s, 13 4s. So I would tell my buddy, hey, you need to get a car that runs in the 13.3 to 13.4 lobbies, okay? And then there's a pretty good chance your buddy's going to find you. So once you do get into a lobby, all right, whoever goes into the lobby first is going to take a screenshot or going to let their buddy know, hey, the very first guy, Point Break 700, is the very first guy in my lobby. And when your buddy goes into a lobby, that should also be the very first guy he sees. If it's not, he knows he's in the wrong live racing lobby. All right? If you don't see Point Break 700, as soon as you go into a lobby, you know you're not in the same lobby as your friend. And that means you need to leave the lobby, go out of the lobby, come back to another lobby, and try and change lobbies till you can get into the one where your buddy's at. So if your cars are both running the same exact times and you get yourself into the same live racing lobby bracket, now all you got to do is find each other. And sometimes you can find each other right away. Sometimes it might take 20-30 minutes because, like I said, there might be 20 different lobbies for, 12.4s. There might be 20 different 12.4 lobbies, 20 different 12.3 lobbies. But right now, I'm probably in the 12.3 to 12.4 range. So I would just say, hey, buddy, set up a car that runs a 12.4 and start live racing and make sure you're in that lobby. When you notice your opponents are running around the 12.3s and the 12.4s, then you know our cars are in the same time bracket. And that's when you want to try and find each other. So it's a little bit complicated, but that's basically how you set up cars to find your friends. Now, the absolute easiest thing you could possibly do is take two matching cars with the same exact setup. Why? Because those cars are going to run the exact same time, and you're not going to have to mess around with all this stuff for the most part. For example, this car right here, I think I've got this on stage 4. Yeah, I only have stage 4 parts installed. That's it. Every single part on this car is installed on stage 4. So I could just tell my buddy, hey, take your Juke, put it to stage 4, make sure you have all the fusion parts installed up to stage 4. I can say tune it like this. That way our tunes match. Exactly. And we're going to have a really easy time finding each other because this car actually runs slower than dyno time. And we're going to get into the same lobby bracket pretty quickly because these cars are matching cars that don't beat dyno. So we're not going to keep getting pushed into the faster and faster and faster lobbies. These cars right here are always going to stay in the 12.3 to 12.4 range. So these aren't constantly going to be getting pushed and moved around to different lobbies. So these are ideal cars, okay? These are ideal cars to pick to help find each other once you have them set up exactly the same. Now another car, for example. Now another one, the Sylvia S15 Rocket Bunny. For some reason, this car doesn't really beat its dyno time, but it still wins a lot of live races. So this is an ideal car to have you and your buddy pick the same car, set it up exactly the same, and go into live racing. Alright, so for example, this one has a dyno time of 11.001. Now, if I do a test run, just to save time, I'm not going to actually go into the live racing lobby. Let's just do a test run on this car and see what it runs. Whatever time this car runs is about what live racing lobby it's going to get into. So this one's running in 11 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, and that's all she wrote. So technically, if I take this into the live race and you see this car is running about the opponents are running about the same as your dyno time, which should be like an 11.0 on this car. So this car makes it into the 11.0 lobbies. Since it doesn't beat the dyno time, it never gets pushed and moved around. So this is another ideal car. And for some reason, it's another one of those weird ones that still wins live races, even though it's not beating the dyno. Okay? So this is another excellent car to use. So bottom line, it's all about getting your cars to run in the same lobby. You want to make sure if you're running in the 12.3 lobbies, you need to make sure your buddy's also running in the 12.3 lobbies. Then it's all about trying to find each other. Alright, so I think that pretty much wraps this video up, guys. Thanks so much for watching. You all have a great day. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like this content. Click that little bell and set it to all. If you would like to be a channel member to help support the channel, that would be great. Right next to the subscribe button should also be a join button. And make sure you check out my playlist. I got playlists that pretty much cover everything in the game to help you guys learn about CSR2. Alright, you all have a great day. See you later. Bye.